Well, hello my beautiful Sagittarians, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with a little bonus reading all about you. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about, pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings and I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful. There's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Sagittarians, this is a little bonus reading all about you. Us tarot readers, we tend to focus on career, money, love, but we never ask how are you doing. So this reading will tap into what's going on with you right now, how you're moving through this time period and what lies on the other side. And also, I've opened up a competition for 1 subscriber to win a free personal reading from me, but I'll let you know how to win that a little bit later on because some people are here just for the reading and I don't like to waste anyone's time. So let's get straight to it. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Sagittarians? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to be aware of at this time? Okay, that was some intense energy that's come out there. We've got the 9 of Pentacles and we got the Chariot card. You're searching for more independence in your life. I feel there's an energy of moving forward, movement and improvement. A lot of you want to do a little bit more traveling is what I see there. And with that 9 of Pentacles, I definitely see that you're focused on your projects. I see that, you are learning to love yourself a little bit deeper. I definitely see an energy here of self-improvement going on as well. And we've got the Ace of Wands, which means major transformation. But I'll get all of your cards first because the energy that I'm seeing right now is a very fast-paced energy. So it can indicate that, you're trying to accomplish something, but you've got so much on your plate right now. It just feels like there's never enough time in the day is what I'm seeing there because of so much, fast-paced cards popping out there for you. But also, you've got the Death card there, which is a transformative card. We've got the Strength card. I mean, on this particular Death card, there's actually a snake, and this is the year of the snake. So I feel this is your year to transform something about your life that will lead to a lot of success and, of course, a lot of empowerment as well as fulfillment because you have very fast-paced, energetic cards here. The Ace of Wands, the 6 of Wands. If you're launching something or starting something, even if it's a personal development project or it's, a business or an idea or a new way of life in some way, it's definitely going to be very enjoyable. I see more spontaneity here. I see more energy for some of you. It could be that you're transforming your energy. Whatever it is that you're investing in or whatever it is that you're digesting is actually going to bring more energy. So I can see, with that Chariot card, some of you may have felt that energetic levels have been fluctuating. One day you're feeling like supercharged and the next day you're feeling a little bit low energy, low motivation perhaps. And you're trying to balance the two so that you can optimize your energy levels. And it could be that, especially with that Strength card there, it could be that something is amiss, maybe a vitamin deficiency, or perhaps you are going through some hormonal fluctuations at this time and you feel that things need to be recalibrated in some way. But I definitely see here that you will get on top of that. We've got the Tower energy and we've also got the Magician. Interesting. Okay, so some very fiery energy here. I feel like you are rewilding yourself or trying to tap into that wild side, spontaneous side. You may have felt that that was kind of missing for a while. I mean, you have so many major arcana cards. It's unreal, okay? You actually have the Fool card here. You have the Death card. You have the Tower. You have the Strength card. And you have the Magician card. You've been going through a lot and some radical changes as well as that Chariot card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 major arcana cards in a 9-card reading. That's a pretty big deal. Let me put it that way. So I feel something is changing in your life, but most importantly, I feel you've changed. You may have gone through some sort of unsettling period where there was upheaval or an unavoidable kind of plot twist in your life. I mean, this could be the ricochet of things that occurred like 4 or 5 years ago, for example. But it's like you trying to recalibrate. Some of you, especially since the Tower is present, you know, it's in the resistance position. So it's something you may have experienced already, or it's something that you've avoided, because I'm getting this energy of avoiding something challenging, okay? And there could have been divine intervention there. Maybe this is something you've already experienced, but I feel the majority of you, this is you being protected and redirected towards, you know, a new way of living, or a new opportunity is what I'm seeing here. So, for example, this reading is not about things outside of yourself, like jobs, money, you know, career, love. I mean, love is inside of yourself, but I'm talking about, you know, people, relationships outside of yourself. But it will come up, and I feel it's informing you right now, the things outside of yourself. So it can be, you know, your primary thought right now, especially the Nine of Pentacles, is finances. You're trying to create stability. You're trying to make your resources go a long way in an ever-changing environment. You may feel the world has like amped up the level of pressure, you know, and increased this sense of having to do more and more and more without, you know, the reward that comes back. So it can have been a little bit challenging for you, but the energy is shifting. This Nine of Pentacles indicates that you will have, you know, an opportunity to save more. I see that you're making your resources go a long way, but this is how you feel about yourself. And it's also about the investment in yourself, you know. Life, because there's a Tower there, I cannot ignore it. I feel it's important to recognize that life, it may knock us down sometimes, okay? And, you know, sometimes in ways that we never expect. And it may make us question everything. But, you know, in the process of healing, we rebuild stronger than ever before. And piece by piece, we kind of learn about our boundaries, our values, and what we are truly capable of. And I feel like you've been through something, and now you're back, and now you are empowered, and you are, you know, learning about what you give out and what you save for yourself. And this is in terms of energy, because of course the Pentacles are all about the earth, the energy, the groundedness that we feel is necessary in order to have that foundation and run our life. You know, the Nine of Pentacles, this card in particular, there's lots of butterflies here, which signals change. I mean, your next card is the Death card, which means transformation, a transition period towards something greater. So a lot of you may be, you know, looking at the experiences that you've had and how you have recovered in some way, you know, and it's thrust you into a period of self-discovery. You know, it's almost like a quiet revolution of sorts. You know, you're going within and you're learning about energy and who deserves your energy and your time, and where you want to spend your time and your energy, what projects are important, you know, who drains your energy, what environments are toxic for you. You know, I see a lot of you breaking free from a very stagnant energy, because the Tower doesn't always mean to be shocked or, you know, have the carpet like pulled from underneath your feet. It can be that you've been feeling stuck in a cycle of repeat, and you're just liberating yourself now, because if you don't change something, you accept something. And I feel that you are not accepting the status quo right now, and you're setting some changes in motion that will really benefit your life. You're in control, and the magic is within you. And I feel like you're tapping into that at this time. So I'm really getting an energy here of you like protecting your inner peace from those who try to rob you of it, for example. I mean, looking at the energy, there's no people here. So I feel this is all about you, and you kind of like aspiring for more financial independence, but also, you know, dedicating yourself to something that will bring you security for you and your family. But also this is, you know, being more independent. So it could be that, you know, you have soul tribe members that you love spending time with, but you just want to have a day to yourself, for example, get away, do things on your own, have a duvet day, poodling around the house. Maybe you're having a staycation, or you're thinking about that at this time. But something in you right now, I feel it could be a personal development project, or it could be that you just need some time to yourself because life is so busy right now. I feel like you're setting some changes in motion that will benefit you. Now, you know, the Nine of Pentacles actually indicates that you've achieved quite a lot so far. You know, I feel that when we get to a certain level of achievement or success, you know, it's about maintaining and sustaining. And with the Death card and the Fool card, you recognize that to stay in the same position, maintaining and sustaining, whilst it's wonderful because we must do that in life, it can get a little bit dull or boring. So, that Death card signals that you are trying to transform something. And of course, the Fool card is like a fresh new start, the end of something and the beginning of something more exciting, more adventurous for you. So for some of you with that Chariot energy, it could be that you're promising yourself to travel more, to inform yourself more, historical vacations, for example. For some of you, it could be that you're launching a business, or you are trying to transform the way that you live your life. And it starts with the self first, because the Nine of Pentacles, it's not a selfish card. It's a practical card. It's a realistic card. And it's a card that indicates that, you are thinking about your needs. And a lot of you, this Nine of Pentacles, of course, it is investment in self, but it also indicates that you are transforming the way that you invest in yourself. So it could be that you are breaking old habits, looking at temptation, for example, or looking at the quick fix in life and how you're not choosing the quick fix, because this is a card of healthier options right now. So I feel a lot of you are trying to maintain healthier choices in life. And the Death card, it indicates that, you're breaking old habits or releasing something that you don't need anymore, or you've outgrown in some way, and you're having a glow up. Basically, that's what I see here. Things are going to get infinitely better, but you're in a cycle of change right now, and you're getting to know yourself on a deeper level. And this Death card, it signals a new beginning. It means a chapter of your life is closing. And this could be anything from a job. Some of you, for example, if you've come to this reading and you were made redundant and you're feeling a little bit nervous, but also a little bit excited, because that means, a fresh new start, a brand new canvas. So I feel for some of you, if you have been made redundant and it was a bit of a shock, and maybe it's knocked your confidence a little bit and you feel a little bit stuck in a rut, or maybe at times anxious, unmotivated. Because you have the card of motivation there, it doesn't last long, but it can be that you feel defeated in some way, because these cards, the Chariot card, the Strength card, and the Tower are in the resistance position. So it can indicate that the wind has been knocked out of your sails in some way, whether you were made redundant or not, or whether, you've had an experience of challenge or not. It feels something kind of has made you feel a little uncertain, or a little bit grounded, or rooted to the spot, and now you're breaking free from that. So I would say if you are looking for a job, I'm just going to mention it because it's come up. I don't really want to talk about things outside of yourself, but the Ace of Wands indicates an opportunity that will transform your life. It's creative, it's exciting, it's spontaneous, it arrives out of the blue. It's something gifted by the universe, okay? And I really feel you'll work smarter, not harder in this role, and I feel it has so much potential. And with that Six of Wands, there's a lot of success surrounding you. This is good news. This is, a fast-paced environment, but it's something that you're capable of. And also it's something that will increase your finances. And I also see that part of this role may even be like a stand-alone position. Okay, so with a lot of love and respect, I'm going to move away from that energy. But I just want to mention before I go away from that energy, because it is still attaching itself. If you're an entrepreneur, or you're someone who runs your own business and things have been a little bit uncertain, or, there's been a little bit of a fluctuation in your finances, I definitely see you recouping anything that you feel like you lost out on. And I see things increasing for you. Nine of Pentacles is an intention to increase your finances. And the Six of Wands is you reaching your goal and celebrating your wonderful self and being proud of yourself, because whatever it is you're doing in life, you're doing it by yourself. You may have the support of people around you who champion you from the sidelines, but ultimately you're doing this for you. And I feel like there's a lot of success there. But this Death card energy is like a resurrection of energy is what I see, a rebirth. That's why I felt right at the beginning, it's like you're back in some way. You've arrived, okay? And, I'm really getting this sense of power. Power doesn't shout. Power moves in silence, and it strikes with precision. And I really feel that is attached to this snake energy. I rarely see the Death card like this, but that's what I'm getting. And I feel like there's this calm, patient, private, and prepared energy about you, where people may have underestimated you, but when you are ready, you'll take them by surprise. And I feel that Tower energy could be you taking people by surprise about your transformation and really revealing what you're truly capable of. So I feel that there is like this quiet revolution going on within yourself, but at the same time, I feel like you're ready for change because you're feeling a little bit stuck in something. So it could be that you feel that if you're single, for example, Nine of Pentacles can be a very single card. It means that you're showing up for yourself. It means you're investing in yourself. You're learning to love yourself. You're having that glow up. You're educating yourself. You're discerning about the company that you keep. And, you know, you're building a life of luxury for you to the best of your circumstances. And you're utilizing your resources to make them go a long way, okay? And you've had many successes, but you're always thinking of the next. So it can indicate that, you know, this is a time to appreciate self. And you may have isolated yourself, but you may also think that you'd like to perhaps find a relationship if you're single. And you may feel that it's always been this cycle repeat, that perhaps you don't actually, you know, meet a person who ticks all the boxes or has that je ne sais quoi that you're looking for. Suddenly you meet a person that has intense chemistry with you and, you know, you feel like you've met the one. The Magician card can indicate magic between you and a person. Like suddenly out of the blue, a person arrives and there's so much potential in that relationship. So I feel right now things are going to happen for you, not against you, and it's going to take you by surprise. But it's almost like, because you have so many fiery cards here, it's like you're the fire starter, okay? You're the one who took the initiative to change something. So I feel like you're transforming right now, and the Fool card indicates you're promising yourself a little bit more spontaneity. You know, you're tapping into your playful side. I really get this energy of you may have done a lot of spiritual work or personal development work on your inner child. And now I feel that you're kind of letting loose or wanting to set yourself free in some way. And I feel you have this sense of like adventure, vision, and a spark, okay? And with that Fool card energy, it indicates like fresh adventures, fresh new ideas, taking a chance, you know, taking more risks in life. But because we have the Nine of Pentacles, these are calculated risks. These are a healthy dose of doing something new, but also sticking to your plans and having a foundation from which to spring from. So I feel a lot of you are taking a leap of faith in some area of your life to do something new, bold, and daring. Whether it's a new look, new wardrobe, new style, new environment, you know, even like exploring your neighborhood in a different way, maybe even traveling to a different place. I mean, with that Chariot card, some of you may want to visit places you've never been before, or maybe even relocate. You may be even thinking right now, you want a fresh new start in a different country, or you may be looking at where you are right now and you feel that perhaps things are ending, you know, because we've got that Death card energy. You may feel that a place that you used to live was once great, but now you feel it doesn't reinvest in the people, or you may feel that perhaps any new initiatives are not kind of for the people. So you may be deciding to take yourself elsewhere with that Chariot card energy. You know, the Chariot card energy is a reminder that you are not stuck in your circumstances. You have a parameter that you're working with, but I feel you are being bold and daring right now, and you're taking the initiative to challenge and change. And this is a card of movement and improvement. So I mean, it doesn't have to mean that you're moving to a different apartment or a different state or a different country. It can just mean that something within you has changed because you've been feeling stuck. And, you know, for some of you, especially with the Chariot card in the Resistance position, it can be that you've been doing a lot of questioning because there's been moments where you felt like you're drifting or you felt a little bit lost, you know, and you're trying to rediscover your sense of self. So I feel a lot of you are going through this personal journey of self-discovery to really think about what brings you joy, what like sparks that, you know, excitement within you. And I feel you've learned, this is a big thing that's coming through actually. I feel it's a quote by, oh gosh, let me see if I can get that. It's like a quote by Thoreau, I think. And it's like, happiness is like a butterfly, and that's why it's bringing me back to this card. My guides are giving this to me right now. Let me see if I can bring it forward because I can't quite see the writing. It's like a little bit fuzzy, but I'm being given this sense. So it's like happiness is like a butterfly, okay? If you chase it, or the more that you chase it, it will elude you. But if you stand still and, you know, do things that really interest you, you focus on like doing other things, putting your attention elsewhere, the butterfly will come and gently land on your shoulder. You know, I feel that's definitely a quote. I've probably like butchered that quote, which I didn't mean to, but that's the sense I'm being given here. And as you can see, this figure is like enjoying the present moment. So I feel a lot of you are trying to be more present in your life. And as you can see, these butterflies are coming towards the figure. So really apt, actually, that quote. It really goes with this card. So that's something that's coming out there. And this may be a quote that you will either discover in the next coming weeks, and not just through this reading. It could be something that you'll see, like written on a mirror or written on a piece of paper, poster. Maybe it's something comes up in a reel. So look out for it, because I feel this is a measure of how you're kind of feeling right now. It's like, what makes me happy? And you realize, of course, that happiness is not, you know, outside of yourself. It is within yourself, and it's where you put your attention, and that's where you will find that sense of joy. So I feel with that Chariot card, you are moving through this time period, and you're going to be successful, and you're going to have a lot of progress in whatever it is that brings you joy. And this is the measure of happiness and success. Now, of course, on a practical level, the Chariot card in this position, it can indicate, especially with the Tower and the Strength card, okay, it can be that if you have a car, okay, I feel like you may be either upgrading your car, or it could be that perhaps with the Tower there, that there's an energy of you knew that something was perhaps needing attention with your car, but it's not something that is as negative or expensive as you thought, okay? So that's what I'm being given. So it could be that you're like, oh no, I've got to go and get that checked out, and it's probably going to cost like an arm and a leg, and it's awful, and you know, but actually I see that you avoid disaster, okay? It's not such a big deal, but of course it's something that perhaps you will need to get fixed, okay? I don't like giving that message, but what I'm seeing here with that Nine of Pentacles is that you will give out a little bit, but you will replenish your pot. So it's not something that's really detrimental to your savings, okay? So I'm just going to move away from that energy. The Chariot card indicates that, you know, your motivation, your commitment, and your energy will return if it has been a little bit lacking recently. And it can be that, you know, life has just been busy. The Chariot card indicates you have a lot on your plate, you have a lot on your mind, you've got a lot to do, and you're multitasking. You may have even been spreading yourself thin, and you want to kind of like ground yourself so that you're not frazzled by the energy. And I definitely see here that you will conquer this energy fluctuation. And I feel a lot of you with that Nine of Pentacles, you may be like connecting more to like earthy foods. And what I mean by that is like, you know, grown from the earth. You know, I'm just seeing like in the water, this is what I'm being given. So please take it as it resonates. I'm seeing like what looks like a cabbage, and then a broccoli, cauliflower, you know, I'm just seeing lots of like vegetables there, right? But they seem to be, yeah, green, mainly green is what I'm seeing there, apart from the cauliflower, a little bit creamy white there. So yeah, I will just leave that there. So it could be that, you know, you're really looking at what you ingest at this time. And to ingest something doesn't just mean what we eat. It can be what you listen to, what you hear, what you watch, okay? So it could be across the board that you are limiting some things because you don't actually want to let it destroy your inner peace. But also I feel like you are someone who is still aware of what's going on in the world without having to submerge yourself in the fear of it. I feel like you're removing that sense of fear. And we've got the Tower here, okay? And it's in the resistance position, which is actually really positive. It means, you know, that you're removing fear, basically. That's the main energy I'm getting here. But also there's an energy of an awakening. You know, anything that is in the resistance position, it will go into the upright. So this tells me that you're breaking free from something. I always see the Tower as, you know, a period in our life where we get stuck in a routine. We get stuck in like habit or a repetitive cycle, and that's just human nature. You know, we just get into these cycles, and it's like you're feeling it's time to be a little bit more independent or break free from something. And I feel this is you breaking free and having more movement or having more freedom in a circumstance. So it could be that, you know, you're breaking free from a contract and now you're on to something else. Or it could be that, you know, you've been in a toxic relationship and you're taking back your power and removing yourself from that toxic relationship. You know, this could take people by surprise, but ultimately you're doing what is right for you because you're starting with that Nine of Pentacles. You know, I feel like you are someone who is, of course, the most permanent person in your life. So you're choosing you, but also you're accepting people as they are and you're placing them where they belong in your life in accordance with how they deal with you. So I really feel that you are empowered at this time. Now I'm going to pull a card on that Chariot card, okay, because we've got the Strength card there as well. And these cards together, they can literally mean that, like, if you're always on the go and you're not giving yourself any self-care, then your body could give you a little bit of a warning to say slow down or really invest in self-care. So I'm just going to pull a quick card on that. If that's you, that's definitely a message to, like, you know, temper your pace when it comes to whatever it is that you do, because, you know, we're not machines, okay? We're human beings, not just human doings. So I want you to be aware of that. And with that Nine of Pentacles, I feel like you're honoring that a little bit more, trying to find a bit of time for yourself to get out in nature, choose healthier options, you know, also be kinder to yourself, quieten the inner critic, as it were. And, you know, even on that Fool card, there's a little cat. That's what I love about this particular deck. You know, it's always a dog on there, but, you know, I love all animals, but it's nice to see a cat on there. And cats are always about independence. Both animals are very instinctive, but it can be that something within yourself, it's like you wanted to break free. As you can see, the ribbon there is like cut. The eagle is holding one part of the ribbon, and of course the cat has thrown the other part on the floor. And as cats do, they normally look at you like, well, that's your job to pick that up. I'm not doing that. So, you know, I feel this is kind of like you breaking free from something and, you know, connecting more to this sense of spontaneity. You know, maybe you're looking at events that are in your neighborhood or even outside of your neighborhood and saying, yep, I'm going to book that. And it's like happening tomorrow, for example. You know, I feel like for some of you, there's this energy of planning, but also being more spontaneous in your life. We've got the Strength card again. You're stronger. We've got the Two of Wands and we've got the Six of Pentacles here. So, you know, again, I feel it comes back to this energy that I felt right at the beginning. It's like life will always find a way to knock us down at some point. You know, we're all human and we go through stuff, but it's made you stronger. And with the Two of Wands there, you know, it can be that maybe you had a plan or you've got this plan that you're doing behind the scenes that will shock other people. But when you're ready to reveal it, you will. But also this is about reciprocity. You know, you could step away from someone or really look at their actions to see if they are reciprocated or whether they are taking advantage of your kindness. With that Six of Pentacles, it also tells me that you took the courage and the strength to get back up after something that really tried to knock you down. And the universe, with that Two of Wands, you know, it is reminding you that there is a big old wide world out there. You have a mission and it's going to send you an opportunity as good karma. Six of Pentacles always means like a surprise resource from the universe. Now, for some of you, if you've been hoping for more money, for example, if that's the thing that you need right now, the universe is going to find a way to bring that to you. For a lot of you, it could be energy because you've got so many wands here. But it can also be that you're rediscovering your passions or you want to get out there and see the world and connect to it. And with that Six of Pentacles as well, I feel like you're someone who has a generous heart and all the good stuff that you've been giving out is coming back to you as well. And I'm also being given this energy of you kind of like, number one, I'm just getting this energy of you finding where you feel like you belong, your soul tribe, but also I'm being given this energy of if you've done a favor for a person, they're going to like surprise you by coming back into your life and doing a favor for you. You may not even ask this person for this favor. It's like they remember a kindness and they want to come back into your life, and you may actually hear from this person very soon. It's not someone that you talk to all the time, but I feel it will be a conversation you'll have with someone very, very soon. Now, we do have the Ace of Wands. You know, even though I pulled up those cards, I really wanted to clarify the Tower, the Strength card, and this Chariot card energy. It means you're moving away from something that, you know, had the potential to really, like, deflate you and I feel like you're stronger because of it. And that Six of Pentacles is like you're recalibrating life, and the Ace of Wands is like you're ready for something new. You're ready for a fresh new start. So a lot of you, you know, you're in your primal power. This is you kind of like being inspired. This is the outcome energy. So more energy for a start, but also this is about like some sort of news or something offered to you that will literally transform your life. This could be a phone call or a letter. It could be something that you've been waiting for, because that Two of Wands came out there. Whatever it is, it's a celebration. Six of Wands is, it is good news. It is something victorious. But also, I feel a lot of you on a personal level, it could be that you've been working in private regarding something, or you've been like behind the scenes or off grid for some time, and now you're like illuminating yourself. You're allowing yourself to shine. You're stepping into the spotlight to do more events or do more things. And I feel there's this urge to create. So some of you could be like in a very high creative stage. I definitely see that you're holding yourself to higher standards, because that Nine of Pentacles there tells me that, you know, you're reaching for something greater, and you are also making a declaration to yourself that you deserve the best because you give the best. So therefore, you're readdressing the balance there. And the Ace of Wands is a gift from the universe, and I feel this is something that will truly excite you, okay? So I would expect some really good news there. But also, you know, the Ace of Wands can be the start of something. So if you're launching a new business or launching a new you, whatever it is, I definitely see it's going to be something you're very enthusiastic about. It's like rediscovering your spark, your lust for life, you know, leading with your passions there. And it is a transformative card, which means that you have a potential for greater. So this would be a great time to imagine something like bold, daring, and new, because the universe supports you. And, you know, this is a time to dream big, bigger than ever before, because you're making it happen. And I feel like you're strongly in the law of attraction there as well. But also with this Ace of Wands, I feel like you're just venturing into uncharted territory, and it feels thrilling. Rather than daunting, it feels like a brand new canvas, and you can fill it with whatever it is, because you're the person holding the paintbrush. Remember, you are the main character in your story, and if you found that you're giving out so much of yourself or going along with the crowd, at certain times, not all the time, because you're someone who is a bit of a maverick, my beautiful Sagittarians, you tend to march to the beat of your own drum. But if occasionally you've been like kind of like placating people, or perhaps just going along with things to keep the peace, I feel now you're kind of exerting yourself a little bit more to say, actually, I don't want to do that. I'm more of this kind of person. I want to do this. So it can be that you're just, you know, asserting yourself in a different way. And this can be across the board. It can be with your neighbors, your family, your working environment. You know, it can also be that you are stating certain intentions and you're just following through on it, because I feel like you're not actually going against your values and morals. And, you know, of course, you know, there's always compromise, but I feel like you've compromised a lot over the years, and there's this energy of like finding the middle ground, but not compromising, okay? Now, the Six of Wands, of course, is a card of victory, recognition, and I feel a lot of you, there is this energy that sometimes you may feel unappreciated or that you go unnoticed, but actually in the coming months, I definitely see that people are going to highlight how important you are in their lives, but also that you make a difference, okay? So whether you are someone who has children, you know, or whether you are someone who perhaps has been working hard in a working environment that is so fast-paced, you may feel like you're just another number. You're going to see in the coming months that you are appreciated, and you're going to get some sort of token of appreciation. Now, from a child or a teenager, or, you know, doesn't matter how old they are, you may get like a message or a little gift, okay, because I'm seeing a gift here. It could be something out of the blue, because of course it's not your birthday season, but also I feel like if you're in the working environment, it could be some sort of token of appreciation, like a new project, new client, or even an increase, a raise, or a promotion, okay? But that's outside of yourself right now. Whatever it is, I see celebration to come, good news, and you triumphing in some area of your life and celebrating the wonderful you, because whatever this transformation is, and whatever it is that you are trying to like break, because I feel there's a cycle being broken here, I feel there's an energy of you being really proud of yourself and saying, I did it. I broke free from this. And the Magician is that primal power I was talking about. You know, the magic is within you, and I feel like you're summoning all of the strength to make these changes right now. And the Magician card is like something magical happening for you, but also it is like taking control back of your life after a period where you may have felt things were out of control or time was so fast paced that you never had enough time in the day for yourself. So I feel something about your future is more measured and you're in control of your time, your energy, and also your finances there. But I feel for some of you, there is this energy of like having to wait for something, either results or having to wait for a certain period. But when that period comes, then I feel like you're like going out there and being wild and free and embracing that spontaneous side of yourself. I mean, the Magician card, it actually means, you know, your resources, your beliefs, your ideas. It means you have everything within you to transform your life. You know, the Magician card normally has like the wands, the pentacles, and the swords and the cups on the table. It's like you've accumulated a lot because you've learned a lot. So every time you have completed a task in life, you know, a lesson that we're given, sometimes a lesson you didn't ask for, and sometimes it can be challenging and painful. You know, it's like you win a prize, you win the pentacle, or you win the wand, and you win the cup and the sword. And it's like you will have a more balanced view of what it is that you've accomplished, and you won't be so critical upon yourself, but everything that you accumulate, both in terms of lessons and in terms of physical assets and tangible things, you will realize you're in a secure position and that you can make anything happen as long as you put your mind to it. And I feel that's you believing in yourself. That Nine of Pentacles is you backing yourself. And I feel whatever it is that's changing for you is going to make you feel so powerful indeed. I mean, look, even on this Magician card, there's Ouroboros there, the snake biting its own tail, which is a transformative symbol. So it tells me that, you know, right now you're changing something about your present moment that will inform your future, and your future self will literally thank you for it. Now, as I'm shuffling these cards, I'm seeing an image in the water. This is so random. I'm seeing an image of like a witch, like a traditional idea of what it means to be a witch. I'm only seeing it in silhouette, okay? So perhaps some of you, this is symbolic of you tapping into your spiritual side. Maybe it's something is bubbling up, you know, for you. You've got all the ingredients necessary to like inform your life, because words are spellings. They're cast out to the universe. So it can be that, you know, you are saying a mantra, or you are implementing a ritual that will literally put a little bit of spell work into your life. And spell work is not like, how can I put that? It's not like the traditional spell work that some people may do, you know, speaking loud and proud to the universe. Remember, words are spelt. They are spellings cast out to the universe. So that in itself is your intention and your spell work. Okay, so this is like you declaring something and then seeing it all materialize and you winning something. You know, Six of Wands is to win something as well. So I would say that some of you with the Nine of Pentacles there, you could actually have a small win in some area of your life as well. It could be like doesn't have to be a bonus, or it could be like a rebate, or it could be like, you know, a small win in a competition, for example, or a competitive arena, or even the lottery, for example. And I'm not saying go out there and play the lottery, of course, but I see a small win coming in that just brings a little spring in your step there as well. Now, also this witch energy, I mean, it's still there, so it can indicate that some of you are, you know, exploring plants or herbs that may help you with your hormones or with, you know, some sort of health endeavor that you're on. So it can be that, because I feel sometimes people misunderstand the nature of like witch. You know, the witch energy tends to connect to people who are in alignment with nature and like the forces of the unknown, like the unseen. So it can be that you are more intuitive. It can be that you're working with plant-based kind of like remedies, or you're looking into herbs and what they mean, you know, like flower power, or, you know, some sort of herb that helps you with digestion, because that digestion energy came up there earlier. So please take it as it resonates. But also, a witch normally has a witch's cat, right? A familiar. So it could be that you are going to be adopted by a familiar, or it could also be that you are being more independent. You know, you're embracing who you really are without thinking about how people may judge. It's like you are you, and that is your power. So I feel like you're being wild, free, and different. And yeah, so the image is gone now, so perhaps that's what I had to say about it. But we have your final cards. Moonstruck. Avoid the temptation of shiny objects, okay? So all that glitters is not gold. I feel like you're investing in practical things. I feel like you are someone who is also not easily distracted. But it says here, dazed, distractions, and lovesick. I mean, there's no love cards here, so although it came up in this card, it can be that you want to romance your life a little bit more and you're not looking for the quick fix. You're looking for something that is sustainable. Some of you could also be looking for love, and I do see like a chemistry between you and a person coming in, but I also feel it's important to recognize that you know, you're not going to lose your sense of independence or give up whatever it is that you do in order to fit a relationship in. The right relationship always, you know, brings something to the table. It is a welcome addition to your life. It is not something that you change for. So it could be a sign of that. We've got beware of old default behavior, shadow self, patterns, and karma. That definitely came up. I see that you're breaking cycles, you know, trying to break old habits in order to break free and, you know, just not fall back into the quick fix. So maybe your reading is a lot about the quick fix. And if you're living a fast-paced lifestyle, for example, you're always on the go, you know, if you're going to drop the kids off at school and then you're off to work and then you're picking them up, and it's like, you know, it could be that you're running on empty, that you're having like a quick sandwich here and you're just fitting things in because everything's so fast-paced. I feel you're going to see the nature of time change and shift for you, where you can choose healthier options or slow down a little bit more. We've also got Black Moon. A lost opportunity is returning. Second chances, return, and reset button. So I feel you are going through a personal reset, but also I do see that someone from your past is returning and actually going to do a favor for you, okay? If you do feel like you've missed an opportunity or something didn't go your way or you have had a setback, it's returning, but it may return in a different form because the Ace of Wands tells me it's fresh and new. We've also got Moon's Journey. An up-and-coming trip will be life-changing. So I did mention that a lot of you are thinking about traveling or relocating or doing something, and it will transform and inform you and your energy and your enthusiasm. It'll help you return that spark, shall we say. It says travel, journey, vacation, and progress. And your whole reading is about progress. So very excited there. I'm sending you a huge hug out there if you are going through such a radical change because things have been very challenging there. But I do see that things will get infinitely better for you there. You're turning a page. May not feel like it right now, but you are. I'm just going to go and get a trinket or a ring with those closed. Interesting. I'm seeing a ladybug in the water, okay, or ladybird, however you call it. So, I mean, one of the trinkets that came up in the Taurian reading, I think, was a ladybug or a ladybird. So you may have placements in Taurus. If that's you, maybe there's something in that reading for you. But if it's not, don't go to that reading because, of course, you know, this is your reading. But, you know, it means better luck. Okay, so it could be a sign or a symbol that you will see over the next coming weeks and months. Now we have a beautiful clear heart. So this is about you being pure of heart and setting an intention and basically following your heart. And again, you know, this could be like a clean slate for a lot of you, that you're open and you are receptive to not just following your heart, but, you know, basically following your passions and setting an intention and just feeling really proud of yourself that you're doing it. And we've also got, oh, this is so beautiful. I think I've only got this trinket once before in a reading in the last, 5 years? Okay, so this is the second time it's ever come out. And it's so cute. It's this tiniest little bird on a branch, okay? So the bird, of course, is free to fly away, an independent energy, but also is like, where is home? Where is the base? And, you know, this little bird there is like settling for a while to just take a bit of a rest, but can flee that branch at any moment. So that bird, it's a beautiful one. I hope you can see it. It's so small there. But again, I feel it taps into your sense of freedom to go wherever you want to roam. And finally, we've got Cup. Okay, now this can indicate that some of you need a little bit of hydration. Perhaps you're feeling a little bit dehydrated recently, but also the cup of love starts with the self first. So I feel like, you know, you are implementing better self-care routines, and also quietening that inner critic. But also, if you're looking for love, I feel this is a trinket that really highlights that love is on the horizon for you. But also, the Ace of Cups is this sense of hope and joy and fulfillment, and basically having unconditional love for self, but also being open and receptive to everything that the world has to offer for you. It's like, what ingredients should you put in that cup to make you feel fulfilled? So that's what you're searching for right now, and you're gathering up all those ingredients, and this is where you will find your true happiness there, okay? Because it will resonate with something inside of yourself. So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates in this reading for you. Also, if you'd like to be in with a chance to win a free personal reading, all you have to do is envisage the world in a golden healing light. That's all I ask of you. Very important. If we do it collectively, we can make a difference. And once you've done that, all you have to do is put an emoji of a world and a heart in the comments below. And of course, if you don't have access to an emoji, then please write the words, and I will also enter everyone into the competition and announce the winner in about a week and a half now. Okay, so you still have time to enter. So I'll leave it there, my beautiful Sagittarians. Thank you so much, and love and light.